It's John with Straw Hat Rentals in Malakoff, Texas. We're here today to give you a quick reference guide about the operation of this 2007 Genie 60-foot Manlift S60. One of the first things you're going to do is you're going to come here and you're going to, right here is your base controls, and that's your basket controls. When you're operating it down here, you're going to turn it to your base controls. Whenever you're going to go to your basket and operate it, you're going to turn it to basket controls. So right now we're going to base controls. You need to make sure that this stop button is pulled out, and you'll need to make sure the stop button is pulled out into the basket too. So if we're going to crank it from down here, this little half arrow right here is what cranks it. If it's cold weather, you would need to hold over the glow plugs for about 10 seconds before you try to crank it. But that's all you got to do to crank it. Once you do that, this is like your gas pedal. So you're going to hit this switch and whatever function that you want to hit. So like, just say I'm going to boom up. I would hold that over and then that switch. You want to come down, then take the switch and go the other direction. Go down with the switch. Or you can extend out or in. Whatever you need to do to operate it from the ground. You can do every function from the ground as you can in the basket, except you can't drive it from the ground. You can only drive it from the basket. So, if your stop button is pulled up in the basket already, you can just switch it over to the basket and it'll stay running. The stop button isn't pulled up, so it died. So what we got to do is once we go into this basket control, we got to go over here, pop up the stop button. So here's your stop button. You're going to pop that up. Here's how you start it again. There. So before you touch any of the controls, you have to hit the gas pedal first. Once you do that, then you can operate this. If you try to hit any of these functions before you hit that, it's not going to do anything. You got to hit that gas pedal first. So, right here, this toggle switch is for the basket tilt. See how it tilts the basket? If you want to go side to side, you go side to side. You got to kind of watch it because it will get away from you. Also, you can put it on low and it won't rev up, but you still have to hit that gas pedal to make this stuff work. So if you want to just take it a little easier, it's got more power for your functions if you have it on the rabbit speed when it revs up. So you see, it'll still raise up, but it kind of drags down on the motor. So there's a difference. So right here, this joystick this is for up. I'm going to tilt this basket a little bit. This is for down. And then if you want to swing left or right, you would just go left, and you got to ease into that or else it'll swing you. There's left, and this is right. If you want to extend out, you'll just take this joystick in the middle and extend out. You want to go back in, just extend in. And just come on back down. So when you get ready to drive this thing, you have a uphill and you have a flat. So if you're in sand or dirt, it's best to put it on your low speed. That gives you more power to climb and get through sandy soil. It goes slower, but it's got more pulling power. So to drive, you would just push forward and backwards for reverse. This, the left and the right steers the steering tires. Now, if you take this machine and you swivel all the way around, so now that you're all the way turned around and your steer tires are closer to you, when you try to drive, it's not going to do anything because now you're backwards. So the only way you can drive is to hit this enable switch and hold it over, and then your joystick's going to be in reverse. So pulling back is going to make you go forward, and going forward is make you going to go backwards. That's why it makes you hold on to that switch so you know your joystick's fixing to be in reverse. So it's always best to keep your steer tires furthest away from you. Now, let's just say you were stuck up in the air and um, the motor quit running. What you can do to get down or up or move or whatever, you hold your foot on that pedal again, and you hold this voltage and symbol switch, and so you hear the bat is running off the battery. Now you see it will raise you up, and it'll raise you back down. You can do all these functions except drive. You can't drive it with that, but it will allow you to pull yourself all the way back in and all the way back down using the batteries if the motor goes bad. So anyway, things to let's see, watch out for. We'll come on up. If you're going to use if you're going to wear a harness, you would hook in right here on either side. You can hook into either side. You want to watch out, not get your hoses and all this hung up in trees or anything. You don't want anything hitting the machine. Just be sure if you're cutting limbs and stuff that you throw them well away from the machine. And that's pretty much all there is to this. Other than one thing you need to know is we've changed all of our pneumatic tires out to solid rubber tires, so we don't have to have flats. But you might see a bolt stuck right here. That's just a plug. You really didn't run over a bolt. So you definitely need to make sure you put diesel in this machine, not gasoline. Um, it's going to be right here. You just take that cap off. We got a full level right here, and your battery's right there. Other than that, it should be very simple operation. We're going to have other videos of other equipment that we have that people may have questions on how to operate it. You're likely to see a QR code either on a machine or on your invoice where you can click over to our channel and just pick out the piece of equipment that you want to look at and study and just watch the video.